I did a stupid thing for about 3 years ago. I bought this boat that I'm sitting in here right now. When I bought the boat, I didn't know what I was buying into. I bought the boat very cheap, and obviously there's a reason for it to being cheap. There was a lot of things that had to be fixed on it, and it was so bad that the boat would probably have been sinking if I didn't take it, because down in the keel it was full of water, and the water level was just rising for every day. And I realized pretty fast, and I could see where the water came from. It was from the self-draining hoses, or in the cockpit. You have like two self-draining pipes that goes into the hull down into the water. So yeah, these things had to be fixed pretty fast. I did like a quick fix. I bought some I don't know what you call it. It's like a spray that makes some foam. So I just foamed around everything, and it looked like a mess. It stopped the water from leaking a bit, but it was still coming in drips. I had to go down here to the boat at least every week to take out all the water, and there was loads of liters of water in the keel. So this boat has a deep keel. It's a long keel. The boat is called RG85. It's a coastal cruiser that came in 1969. My boat is from 1974. The boat is 28 foot. It's in meters 855. The beam is the width in the boat. Is in this boat it's 205 meters. You can sleep 4 in this boat, kind of comfortable. Can probably become better. At least I'm gonna try to make it more convenient for 4 people sleeping in here, but right now it looks like this. So you have the V berth. 2 people can sleep there. It's full length. You can be 2 meter if you want to stay there. And here in the little saloon, you have one here, goes into under the cockpit, and then here where I'm sitting right now, there's a galley. The galley is the kitchen in the boat, and my little galley here have a stove with 2 places for cooking. And this one is very simple. It's not gas. You put some spirit into it, and you can cook on these 2 places here. I have a little sink. Used to be a pump here to pump in seawater, and there was a pump there too for pumping in like drinking water. If you have a tank that was before located under here, it was no tank there when I bought it, but there was still like a pipe going here to this pump that you could use, but these 2 were disgusting. I have one here, so this is what was placed here. I'm gonna replace them and put new ones, but for now I'm using this to have some drinking water in this boat. The sink works. I've been changing the sea cocks, and on this one you have 2 here. Before it was corroded brass through-hole fittings, and these ones too were in brass. I have brass here still. I think I'm gonna change this at some point too, because I start to like more these kind of it's not, what is it, it's not plastic, but it's like fiberglass, or yeah, but it seems to be very strong and good. I also changed it for the toilet, which I also have in this boat. Even though it's a little tiny boat, you have all the conveniences of a big boat inside here. Except I don't have a shower yet, but I'm gonna fix that pretty soon. So the toilet, this one is a Lavac, and this Lavac toilet is a little bit special compared to many other toilets because it's a vacuum toilet. So what that means is that you have just to use this one, and you don't have to pump in water first and then pump out everything from the toilet. It does everything at the same time with one pump. So when I pump here, it pumps in water that goes into the toilet, and when I do that, there's a vacuum being made in here, so I can't open here now because I pumped a little bit. And when it does that, it creates also a flush at the same time, which is nice. So I'm very happy with this toilet. It's simplicity. I know that if you have friends coming over, or you know, like and they don't know how to use the toilet, it can become a mess. Like you have to show them how to do here. But with this one, you just tell them that go and use it, pump, and it's done. You know, pump a few times. Then I have a fridge that I installed last season. This was like a kind of a perfect fit. I had to change a bit. I cut this out here before. It was like a small storage place for yeah, whatever you wanted to store, like I don't know, ketchup, some spices, and so on. So I took this out and now I installed this here. If I remember right, it's like 42 liters. Works very well. Cold in here. My lunch is here. And you also have this where you can store some ice cream or whatever you want to do if you want to make some ice. So that fits also in this little boat, which is nice. So yeah, I am pretty happy with this boat, even though the freeboard is low, so I can't really stand. It's 150 from down there and up here. If you want, you can have 180 here. Some people do that with this boat. They take away the floor, and by doing so, you're standing directly on the keel down here. So now I'm standing. Wow, some waves. Whoa! I still have to bend my head down a little bit, but I can almost stand straight. So, and now I'm wearing shoes as well, but why? Well, I'm 184 and it looks like this. I prefer to have a floor. I can store a lot of things under here. I have the battery down there. Yeah, it's just compromising, you know. So this is one of my compromises. You know, I think you get used to everything. So I feel pretty used to this now. So it doesn't bother me anymore. The keel is made of lead. There's pros with lead. I don't know the cons. The good thing with the lead is that it doesn't corrode. The lead keel in this boat is wrapped into the hull, so it's wrapped in fiberglass. I don't really have to maintain the keel or at all so far. Another thing that is good with lead is that it's softer than iron. So if you hit something, like if you go aground, the keel will just be like shaped, you know, and then you can fix it. It becomes more like a bumper almost, which is good. So I heard that this boat is very safe, and it's a very good boat for a beginner. So far I haven't go aground, but it's nice to know that in case you do that, probably I won't sink. Another thing that is nice with lead is that it's heavier compared to iron. Like the same amount of iron and lead, the lead will be heavier. My idea with this boat is to learn as much as possible as I go. From the beginning I was thinking this can be a good boat to start with, you know, like learn with. But I just fall more and more in love with this boat and see the more and more potential with it. There's so many pros with it that I just start to feel like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't need a bigger, I don't need to have this like a space of having being able to stand up. So yeah, for now this is the boat I will continue with, and I'm gonna document the whole thing. I've been documenting for the past 3 years, filming a lot of restorations I've been doing. So I have a full like SD card with the material that I hope I can mix into all these videos. So there's a bit of new and a bit of old. And what have I been doing in here since I bought the boat? Well, I been varnishing all of the wood in here, almost all of it. So you can see it's glossy and nice, golden teak. It's like this before, but here I've been sanding it, so it still looks better than it did before I bought the boat. But that I've been doing, I've been insulating it, so the insulation makes it like sound, like less, you have less sound, it's more soundproof. And it's also insulating from heat, so if it's hot outside it keeps it a little bit more cold in here, or the opposite, it can be keeping you warm if it's cold outside. The windows is shit, I'm gonna change it. I bought glass windows, I will do it next season. It's easy to start to take on too many jobs when you do boat restoration. You also want to use the boat and do sailing, so I'm better at it now. But just when I bought a boat I started to go crazy and screwing off things here and there, and it turned into a mess. It looks a bit like a mess right now, but it's way less a mess than when I got it. I've been fixing rotten teak, rotten wood, balsa tree that was under here. There is some rotten wood still on certain spots, but nothing critical. This was critical because the mast is standing straight on top of here, so I had to fix it ASAP. Well, that's that. This is the introduction. We're gonna go out sailing tomorrow, me and my girlfriend, so I'm gonna clean this boat up, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode of this restoration of my little sailing boat Rare. Thank you guys, and please like, comment and subscribe to not miss anything.